Hi guys, give me a second. I thought I sent. Uh-oh. Hopefully you all are good. Have a very interesting live for y'all tonight. I'm just waiting on people to come in before I start jabbering. Looks like there's a big empty spot up there. But I promise you, it is far from empty. Tonight's topic is the illegal pet trade. Hi, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm waiting on a few people to come in before we really get going. Just give me a couple seconds to figure out what's going on. Refa. Okay, I probably will mess it up, but I will try not to. I don't know where my moderator is. She's supposed to be here. Yeah, I do. Oh, I didn't mean your name, but I will work. Sorry about that. Was reorganizing my place and managed to not get exactly what I wanted. Okay, I know you got it. I don't know where she's at. Okay. I can't wait forever. Oh, awesome. So I have at least 2 people, 3 people, it shows. Okay, I don't know who the third person is, but we'll go with it. Before we get... Hi, Brawl Stars boy. Before we get into today's topic, I always go in and Hi, predecessor. Before we get into today's topic, I always do the I am from the great state of Indiana. I'm going to leave it at that. And if you are younger than 18, you can leave it at your state. We are going to do the weekly recap for last week. We had one video, which I think that's wrong. Or maybe that's this week. I have no idea what's going on anymore. 4 live streams and 7 posts. And we did have an extra live stream last week because it was a special week. We had 1.6 thousand people flash before my eyes. Ay. We might do our usual thing Bibliophile. What's with the comments? We had 1.6 thousand people tune in. Okay, cool beans. You're fine. I was just double checking. This is what they watched, as always. Whale tails, right whale species focus, and 2 groups of whales. I am not one bit surprised with that. We had 18 people give likes, which was cool. Not a lot of comments last week. I'm watching. I really am. I am watching. 2 groups. Let's play a game. What was the most viewed video last week? 2 groups of whales, right whale species focus, or whale tails? Yeah, it's all whales this week. Or last week. What do you think? Is it 2 groups of whales, right whale species focus, or whale tails? Whale tails. That's what I'm going with, because that's what was put in first. Let's see. It was. Whale tails got 944 views last week. To those of you who are also playing along, I apologize. I'm just really trying to get into today's live. By the way, we need to I announced this in the channel, and I want to announce it here as well. Underrated. I don't know, Summer, maybe. I appreciate the sub. I do want to just mention hello, Summer. I want to hit on something that I mentioned in the channel earlier today. Cool. And I want to mention it here because we are slowly getting numbers as far as public watch hours go on the channel. Or maybe I should say me, but whatever. Before I reveal the memberships and super chats for this channel, thank you. Depending upon your age, we need at least, we're not quite at 3,000 public watch hours, and that's what I need. I need to be at 3,000 before we can do anything else. Right now, we're sitting at 1,528 watch hours, and we need that raised. And how we do that is by you guys watching at least 1 minute of any videos. Now, most of my videos are around 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes out of your day. I'm not asking a super lot out of you. Just maybe stick around and learn a little bit of something from today's live. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to get into the topic today. Oh, awesome. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Well, we are not doing dinosaurs today. If you are new, please, if you're under the age of 18, you don't have to give your state, or you don't have to give your city if you're not comfortable with that. But I do want to know where you're from, because eventually we are going to have a map or something pinpointing that. Okay, so I believe, thank you. There's actually 4 shelves, but you can only see 2. I think we covered wildlife trafficking a little bit ago. And by a little bit ago, I mean possibly a month or 2 ago. Texas, awesome. I know some people there. Carol, do we have any live streams scheduled? For dinosaurs? Right offhand, do you know? I will have to look that up. If you want, hang out to the end, and I will look that up for you. I do sometimes do dinosaurs on the other channel. Or if I can come up with a theme for it, I don't mind doing dinosaurs on the live on this channel. FNA F Lord, I don't know you. At least I don't think I know you. And so the chances of that, the chances of that happening right now are pretty slim. I don't need 2 mods. So, tonight we are going to be talking about the illegal wildlife trade. I appreciate that. But I think that... Hi, the live logs. Wow, guys, we are filling up the board and then some. We are going to be talking about the illegal wildlife trade, which really encompasses... I am from the state of Indiana. Yeah, it is the other channel. When we talk about... Sorry, I got issues. When we talk about the illegal pet trade, we are talking about also the international wildlife trade, period. And we're going to focus in on the illegal wildlife trade today. But the numbers that I'm going to give you really focus in on that really big scope of the illegal wildlife trade, period. So these numbers are for a year. So 40,000 primates. 40,000 primates. Now that means everything from monkeys to lemurs to great apes. Okay? 4 million birds. We have a couple of people from India come into the lives. It depends, Summer. It all depends. So 4 million birds each year are, it is a lot, are transported across borders. 640,000 reptiles. I don't know if that includes amphibians, but let's not leave amphibians out of this. And 350 million tropical fish are traded each year. This does not include, you guys can't see it too much, but spiders. It doesn't include spiders. It doesn't include insects. And other stuff. Let's not forget, I already mentioned that. Another thing that goes hand in hand, unfortunately, with the, wow, guys, this is the first time I've had to use both sides of the board. Hey, Henry Jack. Welcome to live. So, another thing that goes hand in hand, unfortunately, with the illegal pet trade oh, I wish, I wish $8 million would go a long way. But along with the pet trade thing is zoonotic diseases. And we saw that play out. We've seen this play out throughout several years. Remember zoonotic diseases? If you've watched any of my zoonotic diseases videos, you would know what that is. But zoonotic diseases are diseases that are passed between humans via animals. But first, before we get into a lot of it, I missed that one. Did I miss somebody? Oh, I'm sorry. Something Evie. I did not see you come in. Am I Zach? No, I am not Zach. If that's who, if you're talking to me. These people that do this for, and when I say this, I mean transport these animals, they work around a lot of animals, and the more that you spend around the animals, the more contact you have with them, the greater your chances of getting sick. But first, let's talk about parrots, okay? Parrots are a species that has been overexploited within the illegal pet trade. And they are very often trafficked. Some species are as low as just 50 individuals left because of the pet trade and perhaps other issues. But according to a study done in 2007, some 78,500 parrots are traded internationally every year. Around 6,000 parrots die before they reach their destination. And this is just in Mexico alone. There are 40, to put this into a little bit of perspective, there are 40 million birds kept in the United States. In Mexico, as of 2008, it is illegal to buy, sell, or trap parrots. So that's a good thing. I have seen and I'm just going to use this as an example, but I have seen suitcases that have been rigged so that they can hold parrots. I have seen the wheel part of a car fixed to hold parrots, the smaller parrots. If they can sneak them in, they're going to sneak them in. Sadly. Yes, they do. I've even heard of animals being transported in shaving cream cans. Primates are another animal that faces issues, especially, where is he? Yes. Even, sorry, it's the closest thing I can get to an actual chimpanzee. Chimpanzees, baby chimpanzees, and baby orangutans, quite often are taken as well. I don't know about baby gorillas, but I'm assuming baby gorillas too. It is believed that for every one baby chimpanzee that makes it into the pet trade alive, that 10 more have died. Now, these babies would have been alive if humans didn't step in and take them away from their mothers. Let me just say that if you see a video online of a baby, okay, Summer, if you see a video online of a baby chimpanzee or a monkey and it just doesn't feel right, stop watching it and move on. That being said, you don't want to feed into something that could be illegal. Very often, baby monkeys, baby apes, had their mothers unfortunately unalived so that they can take them away from the mother. Babies are put into bags or cages along with other animals and then shipped out. They face a combination of issues, including being unalived, dehydration, injuries, disease, and, if you can imagine, mental trauma as well. So kind of scary. Yeah. Now there are legit people who breed monkeys, and we'll talk about the legalities of it a little bit later. Turtles are another animal that is taken also. In 2017, 25 box turtles were found in 2 different shipments that were being shipped out to China. Now, they were confiscated. They were found, first off, by a wildlife dog. I've never heard that. Thank you, Summer. They were found by a animal sniffing dog who is trained to work just like a drug dog. They're trained to sniff out wildlife, and they were taken. They were checked out medically. It was discovered that half of the animals had infections and probably would not have survived the trip to China. These turtles were taken and put into one of the Chicago area zoos and were kept under quarantine for 11 months while they received medical assistance. And then they were released, not kept. Our turtles are very often taken for the pet trade. Box turtles seem to be the in thing. Many do not survive the trip. Many times when law enforcement does get does manage to rescue turtles before they head out to China, that it is often too late to save the turtles. So many times these animals are rescued here in the US. Unfortunately, they're either put into AZA zoos where they can live out their lives. So that's a good thing. But lizards are also trafficked or taken in for the pet trade. In the United States, there were 11 animals that were confiscated. They were bought by an undercover agent who rescued them. They arrested the seller. These animals were held long enough to make sure that they were healthy, and then they were released back into the wild. Reptiles may be placed into bags, boxes, or even suitcases. They go days without food or water, and many of them, again, do not make it. The next thing to be aware of is that many exotic pets are illegal in your towns, your cities, and even your states. I used to keep, I'm sorry, Summer, I did not mean to make you cry, but not doing these videos, the sad ones, doesn't get the word out. It does not get the word out, and that's what we need. We need more people hearing this to know what's going on around them. So you need to know what is legal in your city or your state, and what is illegal in your city or state. So in my city, and I found out, unfortunately, that the animals that I really, really enjoyed keeping were illegal in my city. So I had to give them up. So don't be me. Find out what you're allowed to have and what you're not allowed to have before you buy it. Because let me tell you something. You cannot claim ignorance of the law. It's not going to happen. So before you buy an animal and it ends up being illegal and you end up being fined or jailed because of it, know the law. Don't release them. Obey the law. By Nafara. I hope I did that right. And this includes keeping wild animals for pets, because you should not be doing that either. I don't know how to give you links and lives, but there is a link that is available that you can actually check your information through to find out what's legal and what's not. I just don't know how to do that on here. I guess I could. Oh, that's so cool. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to copy and paste it. See if this works, y'all. I don't know if it will. Okay, Carol, I sent it to you. Colorado is nice. Depending upon the state. Depending upon where you go. It's beautiful. So now, we're going to talk a little bit about zoonotic diseases, because it goes hand in hand with the other stuff. Remember I said that these people work hand in hand with these animals a lot. And so the more time that you spend around animals, it increases the chances of you catching a zoonotic disease. 73% of all new diseases discovered in the last decade were zoonotic diseases. That means that they came from an animal and made it into people. 61% of all human diseases had their origins with either wild or domestic animals. You may have to hunt a little bit for that, because I think there was more to it than that. I think. Sustained contact with an animal increases our chances of contracting a zoonotic disease. When animals are kept in poor conditions, they tend to get stressed out, and that brings on disease. Same thing happens with people. If you are stressed, you tend to have a weaker immune system. If you cram a bunch of people together, it makes it easier for disease to spread. I don't know, some of you might be old enough to remember when monkeypox was a thing. But monkeypox came from pet prairie dogs. People keeping marmosets in Brazil that have been bit have actually had 8 cases of rabies from keeping pocket monkeys, the little marmosets. So that's always fun. So yes, exotic critters can, like I said, spread disease. Now you might be wondering, how much money can one of these critters cost you in a lifetime? This is just extra information. A spider monkey will cost you around $165,000 a year. Amazon parrots around 90,000, and this is for life. This is for life. A sloth will cost you around $120,000. This is for maintenance and feeding, by the way, and medical bills. African gray parrots around $80,000. Now, something else to consider. Another thing to consider before buying any exotic animals is what's going to happen when you die. No, when you are unalived, rather. A macaw can live for 50 years. So if I were to buy a macaw at my age, it's going to outlive me. There's no way. A sloth can live 30 years. Amazon parrots, 70 years. So yes, before you purchase any animal, you should have some idea of how long it can live in captivity and a little bit about the money that's involved. Now, you might be wondering, and I get this a lot, what can you do as an ally for the animals? Or maybe these are just things you should consider before buying an animal. So before you buy any pet, any exotic pet, do your research. Because if you don't do your research, you're going to have issues. Oh no, I'm not talking about throwing money. Actually, anything but throwing the money. Be mindful of what you're sharing online, because the cute little chimpanzee that somebody has, where did it come from? And if you share that, they could be making money off that chimpanzee, which means that you're feeding, one way or another, you're feeding into the pet trade. So even though that chimpanzee is really cute, that somebody owns, and they're putting the videos up online, skip it. Also, something to consider, not necessarily, predecessor, not necessarily. Also be careful, because in some states they are illegal. But in other states they are. So you could be promoting illegal and potentially harmful activities. Lastly, and this is a big one, lastly, be an advocate. Speak up so that other people will understand what the heck is going on. I am so sorry, Summer. That is horrible. There's probably way more stuff that I could throw at you in relation to this, but I'm not going to throw any more at you. I think I've done enough damage for tonight. So if you have thoughts or questions on the subject, put them out there. I will look them up if I have to. But I do need to let you know what is coming up. Yeah, they do get big. 15 feet is pretty good sized. You know, I sort of feel that way, Carol, but at the same time, I think if we are smart about it, I don't have a problem with it, because at what point, for instance, just as an example, okay, my animals are exotic animals. If they are bred, captive bred, meaning they're babies when I buy them from somebody who has captive bred them, my animals were not taken from the wild. I did not feed into the hobby. Now, were all of my animals captive bred? I don't know. I can't say that for sure. But a parrot or a macaw, cockatoo, those are exotic pets. I don't have a problem with people having them if they are playing by the rules. Meaning you buy it, you take care of it, you are responsible, you don't let it go when it gets obnoxious. Do I think you should go out and own a tiger? No. Not unless, you have the capability to do that. Do I think you should have a bear for a pet? No. Do I think you should own, within reason, Summer? This is my take on it. Okay, if it is legal in your state to own a fox, and you can meet that animal's care, then why not? my problem becomes, and we'll let me sort of switch gears. Yeah, oh, I know. I don't own them. But I love to watch a guy on YouTube whose channel name is Viper Keeper. Love watching him. He's amazing. He's knowledgeable. I learn a lot by watching him. And he has some amazing snakes. Always has. However, and he's discussed this on his channel. If John Doe goes out and he buys, I don't know, a Gaboon Viper, okay? It's legal in his state to have it. He is handling it and gets bit by it. Or maybe it's illegal to have, but he has it anyway. And by summer, hi El go to number 1. He gets bit by it and ends up dying from it, or unaliving from it. That can hurt the people that are doing things right. And that becomes the issue. That's the issue. If I allowed, okay, I'm gonna pick on Carol because I know Carol. So Carol comes over to my house and she's like, Nature Guy, I want to hold one of your tarantulas. I don't have tarantulas right now, but at the time, maybe I did. And she's like, please, can I hold one? And I'm like, no, I don't think you should. But she talks me into it. So I'm like, okay, I'll let you hold one. So I get it out. I notice it's a little bit upset. So I say, Carol, it's not acting right. Something's wrong with its behavior. I don't think you should hold it. But Carol pushes. So I say, okay. And I let Carol hold it. Carol gets bit. That's on me. Oh, I know that. But the point is, now Carol has to go maybe to the doctor to get the bite checked. That's not cool. I allowed somebody to hold an animal that I knew could bite. And they did. They got bit. Honestly, that was hypothetical. None of my animals ever bit anybody. Because I did not allow very many people to hold them. I made sure of that. I made sure that if an animal was showing signs that holding was going to be out of the question, then you were just out of luck. That's weird. I thought I heard something. But moving on, unless anybody has anything else that they want to bring up, or any other questions, comments about tonight's topic, George. What, Carol? I don't know. Upcoming lives. No. I thought I had a bug, but it's not. Thursday. Right here. Thursday, we are doing on the other channel different levels of endangerment. On Friday, we are talking about bats native to the United States. Saturday, we are doing outdoor safety with ticks. And then Sunday will be conservation spotlight, Tapanua orangutan. And then Tuesday will be apex predators. Have we not done that? I feel like that has been done over and over and over again. I gotta check that. Because if I've beaten that to a pulp, we are not doing it. I feel like we have. No, I have apex predators, but I don't know if it's alive or if it's a video. No, it's apex predators, and it premiered September 16th, 2020. I'm thinking I did not. I'm thinking it's a video. No, it's a video. It's a full-fledged video, but so it's all good. We can still do it. So that's coming up. And then Zoo Miami is coming up. For Zoo to-dos. So that is what is coming up. I do have to do some editing today, so I am not going to keep everybody very long. So if you have questions or comments or anything like that, let me know now, because when it is 8 o'clock, you are too late. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. Sorry. I think if I do it right, the 26th, be expecting something a little bit different. We're just not going to be talking about bats. We're probably also going to be doing a bit of bat safety. Maybe, I'm thinking, as a part of that. Oh, you're welcome, predecessor. Just think about what didn't make it into today's live, though. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is like, yeah, no. I don't know how to put pictures into lives. I know there's a way to do it. I just don't know how. So I have no idea what that is. The outdoor safety on ticks. I do that quite a bit. I think I do ticks once a year at least. At different times. I have been asked to do a class on edible plants. One of my friends mentioned it. And I'd like to do it. I just don't know how to do it. But that is what is coming up. Friday's live should be good. He's not flooding. I just don't know what he's doing. Without my glasses, I can't see anything. I try, predecessor, I really do. We have had... Yeah, I don't know either. And at this point, he's not, that I can tell, breaking any rules, so there's that. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people tonight. Maybe not all at once. Yeah. Unlike some people who shall go unnamed. So if you have ideas for lives, you can submit those. You can give those to me now. Oh no, I will not be doing bat safety. We will be doing... No, I counted him. I counted Carol, me, Nefra, Brawl Stars Boy, Predecessor, Bibliophile Raider, Summer, Trinity, Gobbles, FNA F Lord, The Live Blogs from India, Henry Jack, something Evie, Lucas 444 VR, Sean. Yeah, I counted her. Elgato, Elgoto number 1, and then there were 2 others. I might have counted wrong. We have 10 likes. Woohoo! And everybody that stayed in till now, big thank you, because that increases my public watch hours a little bit. We will not be covering bat safety because we will be doing that later. No, it was no, it's an O. It was an O, not an A. All of the lives, I don't know. All I can tell you is in his screen name, it's an O, not an A. All the lives have been entered into the calendar on my computer. But you can't, you have to go by the screen name, regardless of anything else. Because when it comes to, like, if we are forced to report, if we're forced to report, you don't want to be wrong. I have to come up with more. Good night. I am cutting out. We are 3 minutes over, and I still have videos to do. Remember to never give up on yourselves and always keep learning. Lives are Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Tuesdays and Fridays are at 7 p.m. Saturdays at 6 p.m. Be kind, never give up on yourself, and always keep learning. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.